Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States in Belfair, Washington. It's a beautiful day here today in June, though this video will air in July. So this is July 10th, 2023's second Monday, which equals case a card. So we're using Still Perched in a Tree as for the month of July. My series videos concentrate on one stamp set, bundle, or suite. And the month of July, Christmas in July, we're doing Perched in a Tree. We are using the One Horse Open Sleigh new DSP. So you'll get a little sneak peek at that. This card I am doing is not necessarily it can be a Christmas card, but I think it could be anything. So let's see what we have here. So this is one of those where this is an idea in my head and you're going to see it come to life as I do. So we're going to go over what supplies I have cut. So this happens to be, let me show you what we're going to be using. Yikes. We're using this Elegant Edge tag topper. I've been dying to use this, so we're going to use it. Right here is the card we're going to case. We're doing a wintry theme. I'm moving my garbage can back to where it was because it got knocked over. So that's on page 69 of the annual catalog. Here is our gorgeous punch, which I'm hoping it had a little bit of like oil on it. I'm hoping that's all off by now. I might have to do a couple of tests. So let's go over what you're going to need. So we are using a crumb cake card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have one layer of layer number 1 boho blue, 4 by 5 1/4, and I just embossed it with an old snowflake embossing folder. Layer number 2 is, do you remember that confetti cream card base I messed up on? Well, this was cut from about there. So we're going to use it. We're going to do some sponging, and I'm going to show you how I distress the edges. We're going to distress some more things. So this is 1 7/8 by 5. Very vanilla would work also. Then we have another layer of crumb cake, which is 2 by 4 3/4. This is the one we're going to punch with our beautiful new punch. This is our DSP. It is 1 3/4 by 4 1/2, and it was taken off of the bottom of this piece of DSP. Just this here is all I want. So I'm going to set that back over there. And that's it. We're going to use some trim from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, probably this color right there. I'm using these old tools from Stampin' Up, but the edge of scissors would work. And the sentiment I chose is "Your kindness warms my heart," which I think really suits this card. So at least oh my goodness gracious, everybody, I'm so sorry. That was not meant to happen. So you can see the Perched in a Tree stamp set. Oh, I'm wondering, why is it so dark in here? And I already did one video. It's because I never turned the light on. You ready? There goes my Harry Potter door knocker. Fluffy. Fluffy is letting us know they're there. So, where to begin? Where's my distressed piece? I just lost it. I used the timber embossing folder. Okay, so I took this distressing tool and I ran it on the edge of all of this, just like that. I am also going to do that to the boho blue piece. So I did one. Now I'm going to do one on camera. The edge of scissors work. I do just prefer to use this. I like the little grip thing it has. I'm just going to go around all the edges. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I just prefer not to use my scissors to do that. So, oh, so pretty. So let's get rid of all that stuff. First, let's go ahead and I'm going to test this on something first because like I said, it had a little bit of like oil. On it, and I want to make sure that doesn't get onto my cardstock. So I'm just gonna, no, it looks good. Looks clear. Now to pull that out of there. I'll see it still has a little bit of that oil on it. I didn't care for that. I'm hoping, let's punch it again. Not sure why that's doing it. Still doing it again. Well, we're gonna hope for the best. So we're gonna take our 2-inch strip because that is what fits in here beautifully of crumb cake, and it is by like 5 something. Let me tell you again here. It is, see, there is like, I'm gonna take this and just go in there. Give me a second here. I just want to go in here and wipe this up. Hopefully, if there's any oil in there, it's out now. Not sure why that's doing that. Never had one do that before. So 2 inches by 4 3/4, and we're going to punch. We're going to sponge on it anyways, but I can't likely use. See that little darkness there? Looks like I'm a little confused. I have never had any of my punches do that before. So this is what we were looking for. Now I knew this piece would need to be trimmed down a little bit more. So I just wasn't sure how much until I punched this tag. So it looks like I need to take it down by 3/4 of an inch. So we're going to correct a measurement. So I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch, and I want it actually from this end because I want that little bit of like wild wheat or crumb cake. There, so there's 3/4 of an inch off. Now let's find out what the final measurement is, and we'll write that down in my book. So this is now 3 3/4 of an inch. Where is my kitty? 3 3/4 of an inch. So this is, it should have been 3. It is 3 3/4. Let's see if I gotta cut some more. I messed up if I took off too much. If I could just cut the tag down, right? Nope, that's gonna nestle right in there perfectly. So that's good. So 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. So let's see. We're gonna do some sponging. We're gonna start with boho blue. We're going to sponge on top of our snowflakes, just darkening them up a little bit. Really stamp off if you have a new pad like I do. I just want to highlight my snowflakes. The less ink on there, the better. Stamp all that ink off there. I can go around the edges, I guess, with it. The wintry 3D embossing folder would work. You would just have to do it like twice. That's why I didn't use that one. And I know it's retired, but a snowflake stamp. I was just, the card we're casing had embossing on it. So this is that element of that card. Do a little bit once you do a little bit on these little dots in there. Once I get most of the ink off, I want it to be lighter. Ooh, that one's really dark. That'll have to be the bottom, right? Okay, it happens. This is me and the sponge double. Okay, now we're going to go around the edges. All that distressed goodness that we just did. Oh, that is really pretty. And you hold it 2 fingers back here, thumb here, and it just gives it support. So when you do that flicking, it does make it easier. So we might stamp our sentiment in boho blue, I'm not sure. So there's one. Oops. This one looks like it needs a little bit more there. So that's going to go right there. And where is my timber? We need our crumb cake and our crumb cake sponge dauber. And we need to go over our timber embossing folder. Now, if you don't have the confetti cream, use your very vanilla. It's just, I told you I was going to use it, so I'm using it, all right. That's just the way it goes. I want to highlight the edge really well. So cool. Ooh. Okay. Really gonna come in there on the ends like that. Bring that. Oh. Just love it. My kind of stamping. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and we are going to also do the edges of this elegant tag punch. Go ahead and get a nice dark. Remember, this is kind of a distressed looking, it is. So that's all that we're doing here. Aging the paper a bit. I'm going to even take it a step further because I know that my DSP, do you see this, is going to be there. So I'm going to bring in some color right along here just to distress it. Now, we couldn't do all that work and not do the card base itself. So when I first started stamping, this was one of the things that I loved to do on just about everything. One of the old Stampin' Up! Sponges, give me that and just let me go to town and I would sponge the envelope. I'd do just it all. This, however, is getting a clear envelope, but I'm thinking that's good. Let's take a look. Oh, really, really nice. I'm really loving this. So we're going to do 2 things. To bring in the blue, we're going to use both the boho blue and the crumb cake. I'm going to start with the boho blue. Really get that ink off there, okay? We don't want a lot. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do soft swirls all the way around, kind of up around the corners. This is for the inside of our card. So in more on the corners, and then we're going to go around the outside. You can make it darker just by adding more pressure. I don't think I'm going to need any more ink on here. I want a whole bunch in there in the corners. All right, so that's our boho blue. I'm going to move that aside for the moment. Bring back our crumb cake, because now we're going to go around the edge in crumb cake. So we're using two colors of inks. Ooh, really, really pretty. Just aging it, distressing it a bit. This is so my kind of thing I could sit and do forever. Oh. Maybe it's that fact that you're just sitting here playing with ink and paper and it comes out so gorgeous. So this is for the inside of our card. You're going to see how gorgeous. Look at that when it sits in there. Really kind of goes with this. Now this, of course, we're going to repeat this. We're going to go ahead and add some of that boho blue. Really stamp that off. We're going to bring this in along the edge. Ooh, really cool. Need a little bit more, but I want it stamped off because I don't want it too dark here. But let's do this side first. Oh, really, really pretty. I think we will stamp in the boho blue. So I'm not ready to stamp yet. I'm going to ink up my sponge dauber again in crumb cake, and we're going to go around the edge. Tying that all in. We're not going to de-stress this. We're just adding the crumb cake. And you're going to see when it goes on its counterpart, it's going to really stand out. All right. So now if you look at the catalog, they have this cute little detail here of the ribbon that's tied, it looks like, through, can I find my piece here? Right through here to here. I am not going to tie it around the bottom. I am just going to go around this piece. Or we could just tie a bow right here, but I'm going to go ahead and do that detail that they did. And they used linen thread. I don't have any linen thread, so I think this will do really nicely. So let's see. We're going to come up here. I think we just got to get enough here to do this. It's going to come around. Oh, no, it's not. I'm going to show you. This makes more sense to put it right here. And then our other piece. Oops. Nope, we got it in the wrong hole. Okay, let's go one more time, right? From the back to the center. Uh-oh. I like the distressing of the thing, but I wasn't ready to do that. All right. So I'm not sure, but I do like the effect. I just got to wait till I tie it and then unravel it. All right, so we're going to tie and bow here. Maybe, maybe not, huh? Work with me, please. All right. Right there. Close enough to it. Trying so hard. And it didn't work. Oh my goodness. The days that these nails, just some days, they just don't work for me, guys. I don't know how people do it with them because I struggle. The struggle is real. I'm telling you, it is real. I do like them, but oh, the struggle sometimes. Okay, so we have a bow. We will maneuver it where we want it in a minute just by scooching it down here. Oh, really cute. So that's a little twisted, and I hate it when it does that, when it twists and you can't seem to get it to the little loopy loop here to be where you want it. So we're gonna leave it. It's gonna work. I promise you it will work. I will make it work. So now this piece is going to go up on dimensionals. Before we can do that, we need to stamp. So we are going to look at boho blue. I think we are going to do, we're going to go boho blue right here. We're just going to go for it. Oh, and I'm so glad I did. I am so happy I did. Okay. Dimensionals. We need at least 4. We'll have to see if we need more, but I'm not thinking we do. But we need it. No, I'm not going to do more than 4. This is going onto our tag. Remove our little backings to our dimensionals. I know people can do it with their little take your pick tool or pokey tool. I cannot. I am not one of those who can. I really like that. Except my little bow here is still tweaked for me, and I'm not happy with that. I'm gonna have to use a glue dot and make it go the way I want. So let's just do that before it drives me to distraction. So I have a little glue dot. I am going to put it right there and hopefully untwist this bow. Anybody got any ideas of how to keep a bow from doing that? The loop on it? I absolutely hate that. All right. So there's my little bow. Looks like I might have missed the mark. I'm going to have to do another glue dot. It's okay. At least these are the ones from Paper Pumpkin, and they're nice and thin. Do you see that? I didn't get the glue dot in there. The struggle for a bow just is beyond me sometimes. It's like, really, you have to be that difficult? And it says, yes, I am going to be difficult today. So let's put our pieces together and look how pretty. Yes, that is so pretty. That is subtle, very, very, very pretty. Now, because of all this, this is going to get wet glue. The timber one, yep, you got it. I got the same glue bottle. I really need to go get a new bottle out of a box. Maybe. Come on. All right. Am I going to give up? Yeah. I'm going to use my little tiny bottle. Oh, look at that. Nice and easy goes it. What was I fussing with? That bottle is in the garbage. So our boho blue layer is going down. Now, because I am putting the timber embossing folder on top here, do I want to put tear tape down on it? And I think the answer as I reach for it is yes, I do. Thank you very much. Just to make sure that nothing goes awry. I tell you what, my grandson, I don't know if you guys can hear them, but him and my husband play like they're brothers or something. They are so funny. Oh, they get mad at each other. And they're both sick. Tylenol's going to wear off with my grandson here in about an hour. And he'll be moaning and groaning like he was this morning. Not wanting to take Tylenol, but his fever was so high. So make sure we're getting it on the right part of the card, right? So I'm going, let's see, about 1/2 inch up. Oh, so pretty. And then this one is going to go right there. And I'm already going to pay for dimension no matter what. So I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals too. Because I can. And it will look so nice. So let's see. We're going to go here. And here. And I thought I had another piece to go. We'll go right there. And will that work? It might just work there. And then we're going to add some little, some kind of bling on here. Something not too fancy because I really like this. Oh, it's so pretty. And we got to add this to the inside. So this can be anything you want to put on it. With that sentiment, your kindness warms my heart. You could do thank you. It's just a wintry scene, which is just beautiful. And it's continued on the inside by all the little sponging we did. Wow. So we need 1, 2, and 3. What do we have? I really wish I had blue. Let's see. I have this. Yeah, we'll use those. They will do. Don't have anything in boho blue, but these are blue adhesive backed gems. And we are going to start with one here. One there. And I don't want to put anything too big. Maybe over here. Yeah. Maybe this one needs to come up and over a little bit more. Like right there. 1, 2, and 3. And that, my friends, is my card. Like I said, this is definitely going in a clear envelope. I'm paying for the extra postage for it anyways, and I want it to be seen because it is a lovely, lovely, subtle, gorgeous card. I love the distressing of it. So I hope you guys like it too. Case a card, second Monday of the month in July. And if you like this video, would you think about making a comment? Because I'd love to know what you think of this card. I really, really would. Like, share, and help me grow my channel, as it is the delight of every day I have on this earth. So thank you so much to each and every one of you, and come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye bye now.